1.
Oh my gosh, that was so epic.
I think that's it. There he is. You guys ready? Let's pull it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh. Hey! And JB's on there! 600! 600! Yes! Yay! 600 mile time. That would be just. So here we are, back with the real Supercharger. Okay, we are on the test track.
I'd recommend putting your head on the headrest.
Okay.
There he's ready.
Nope. Yep. Oh. Oh, there it goes. Oh. Oh, that never gets old either. We have the post-putting production cars here.
Wait, what?
Yeah, oh yeah, you watch it.
Well, why is he gonna throw it?
I don't know, but we're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
He just used a sledgehammer. What?
Well, maybe that was a little too hard.
I'm Eric, otherwise known as Derek, here in Shanghai at Gigafactory 3.
Ballapalooza. It's like tricks.
3, 2, 1.
Will it wipe is the big question of the day.
Will it wipe?
Generic cornflakes.
Whoa! It's raining cornflakes!
Oh. This is trippy. Look, there's nothing here. Can you hear me now? Sound? Question mark?
I heard it.
Oh, okay.
So anyways, hello again.
Well, here
As
we
you
go.
can see, we're still moving things around, making changes on the computer and the studio and stuff like that. So yeah, here we are. And we're buckled in for safety, as I was indicating. And we're back here for our weekly Tesla chat and news.
Okay, so we're all good. Okay, so we've been doing some things here in the room, obviously, and mics weren't on. So hopefully on the other settings they are too. Bear with us while we deal with that when the time comes. Anyway, yeah, so sorry about last week. Got really busy. We just had a lot going on.
Well, we had like 2 feet of snow.
And we had 2 feet of
And
snow,
so-
and Eric had to work.
Yeah.
And so I had to drive to work. And for those of some people commented on my like post saying like call in sick to work. What I do, I can't exactly just call in sick to work. So I only had to go in for like an hour or so, but because the roads were so bad, I didn't want to have to like rush home, and literally cars were spun out all over the place. So I wanted to be able to drive carefully and not have any issue. Hopefully is the sound level okay still?
I think so.
Are we good on that? Okay. So anyway, it just wasn't great last week. And we literally, like all day Sunday, we were just digging out the driveway so that I could actually leave the house. It was so much snow. I accidentally did some confetti. Confetti for missing last week.
Well, like
there
snow,
you go.
that was like snow.
Oh yeah, it was like snow. There you go. See, I did it on purpose.
But they were saying it was going to be, the storm for the biggest storm in the last 20 years, and we got like 2 feet. It wasn't. I was hoping for like 4 or 5, but 2 feet was okay. Yeah.
It was still a lot considering I had to go and drive. So here we are though. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the news, and then afterwards, if you are new here, we will go ahead and take questions, comments, and just kind of hang out with everybody for a little while. So real quick, want to give a big shout out to Stephen, Joseph, Victor, and Wayne on the referral side. Huge thanks to you guys. Really appreciate that. And then we want to jump right into Model S refresh because there's something is weird with this.
Where is it?
Where is it? I mean, Elon said it was going to be shut down for like 18 days.
Yes.
Or something.
And at the end of January, they said coming mid-February, and here we are, almost into late March, into the quarter almost.
Exactly. I just don't understand like where to go.
They still seem to be having issues.
Nobody really knows where it went.
And there were some pictures like a week or so ago where looks like they had some in the, that had been produced that were ready for shipping, and we haven't really heard much. That none of those have been delivered. So we're thinking maybe those were for store display or something like that. Maybe they're in hiding.
Yeah, so on here, you can see this was actually posted by Chris on Twitter. New Model S was spotted in Lake Tahoe. So, I mean, it's getting around. But the interesting thing we've been seeing with a lot of these is the dashboard and center console, like the trim is all missing. So is it something with the center console and the dashboard trim that is causing a huge delay? Potentially. But then we also did see this on IMGUR. And this is the new... So actually, I'll preface that. That one did not have the yoke. It had a regular wheel. And then this one actually said that it does have the yoke. It does have some wood trim. And it looks like all the wood trim is actually there. Center console looks complete. So I just like, where to go? I just don't know. And now on Tesla's website, everything is like delayed. So I guess we'll find out eventually.
And again, when we originally placed the
Maybe?
order, was it end of December or beginning of January?
Yeah.
It said that we would be having it, within a few weeks, and here we are, late March or
Yeah, I mean,
almost late March.
I would say we're late March. And like we don't have anything. We've already done the financing. The order's ready to go. We're just waiting on the actual car. But at this point, I don't know. Are we not going to get it till like May?
I don't know. It
June?
might be the case. And it's kind of the same thing with the Model X too.
Yeah.
There's been like no news on the Model X, and that sounds like that's delayed. Some people are hearing dates from their owners' advisors of like May or June. So it sounds like, that might be the timeline slipping a little, unfortunately.
Yeah, and so here real quick, so for Model S, it says long range. There's a new order, mind you. We already have our order in. It does say 10 to 14 weeks for
At least
new order
and that's for
S.
our location. I know that if you, depending on what state you're in, it can say more or less, but it's still not any time soon.
Yeah, Model X is May to June.
Yeah.
So if you go to Model S and you do order now, it's to like see different locations. If you go to the bottom here, and then you can change your delivery state and go to California, and it will update this. So California is estimated 4 to 11 weeks. But it's just like this whole refresh, I think, has caused Tesla a massive headache. Because being down for, I lost track. What are we, almost at 3 months now?
Yeah,
at
we
least
don't know.
2 months.
We don't know. Yeah, we don't know if they've been down the whole time, but they haven't sold any new S or X's, new refresh 2021 S or X's in so far this year.
Yeah, so I just don't know where it's going. The whole Model X even delayed further makes me question a lot of stuff, but so many people have been reaching out asking if I've heard anything, and unfortunately my order still says I think it just says like prepare for delivery, but we don't have a VIN, we don't have anything.
And I know for all those you in Australia and the UK and stuff like that, yes, we're complaining that it's not here yet, and we know you're going to have to wait like another year. We really feel bad for you guys, but it's just, we hope that your delivery date doesn't slip even more.
Yeah, and then kind of like Abstract Ocean was saying, haven't we seen spy shots of them on a transporter? There have been a few transporters that we have seen.
But no deliveries.
No deliveries.
Or if there have been deliveries, whoever took delivery didn't know that they should be taking pictures. You'd think they would know there's something different about it. So I don't think there've been any deliveries. And we never had that phone call yet either, which was, discussed at the end of January.
Yeah.
Well, any day now. We've been saying that for like the last, 6 weeks. So I don't know. I guess I won't say it this week, and then we'll see. Maybe it'll happen.
Maybe it'll happen, yeah. And I see somebody was commenting that did the factory fire potentially cause a delay? Now, we saw that at one of their gigapresses out back.
Yeah, a little over a week ago, yeah.
But every news on the street was it had them down for a day, and that was it. It actually wasn't a large fire. Word on the street was it was just some oil under the machine that
like a hydraulic fluid or something got too hot, with some molten aluminum or something like that, and hydraulic fluid. So
supposedly it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
And I don't know, this whole refresh thing is kind of blowing my mind right now because I was so excited. And I'm still excited, don't get me wrong. But I mean, my hype is kind of dying a little bit.
Yeah, but another thing we were kind of excited about, we talked about it, I think a couple weeks ago, Elon had hinted that they were going to be expanding the full self-driving beta from about 1,000 to 2,000. And then he said, well, they're going to be adding a button, so you'll be able to download it directly from the service screen in your S or X. And, he said that it should have been coming in a week and then 10 days, and he gave a couple dates, and then it didn't come. And then he sent out a tweet saying that, they've already expanded it, they've added the 1,000 people already. Didn't ever get a button, so we don't know how they chose those people. But he did say in those earlier tweets that they would be expanding it up to 10,000 people shortly thereafter, if all the testing went well. Well,
sorry to break it, we didn't get FSD Beta, but also it sounds like FSD Beta is delayed even more so.
For the additional people, yeah.
Exactly.
And that the button isn't happening. Again, people were trying to calculate based upon his tweets it was going to happen last Tuesday, and then it's like, oh no, Wednesday, depending on what time zone you're in. Then they're like, oh no, end of the week Friday, or it's Saturday. Well, in Europe, the end of the week is Sunday. And so every day people were saying it was happening on a different day. But then Elon finally did a tweet, I think that you have there, that said, well,
he said, given significant architectural changes, including fundamental improvements to pure vision, there's a limited value to testing 8.x. So hoping to have upload V9 and button next month.
Yeah, so it's nice that they're making major changes, and they've had over 1,000 updates, but it's unfortunate that I think he got a lot of people's hope up. I wasn't that optimistic. I wasn't. I mean, it would have been nice, but I wasn't counting on it. I'll say that. I wasn't holding my breath.
Would have celebrated.
I was crossing my fingers, but I wasn't holding my breath.
There you go. Exactly. So I guess here we are. Still no FSD beta here. Still no beta button. As far as I know, nobody in Colorado even has it.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, the FSD beta it's a lot closer to full self-driving, and especially on city streets. You are supposed to still keep your hands on the steering wheel, but you've probably seen videos out there where it can drive, it can stop, it can do left turns, right turns, go through roundabouts, everything. That's what we're expecting. That's what we're hoping for. And again, they're not releasing that to everyone, but Elon's tweeted they're going to expand it and add thousands more people to test it.
Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully we're in the next batch. Maybe.
Hopefully. I mean, if they do really have a next batch, and if there is a button. If not, I don't know.
I mean, it would be funny if the button, literally you pushed it and the car just farted.
That's what I was thinking with April Fool's Day coming up. You never know.
That would be hilarious. But yeah.
But also Elon did a tweet about the full self-driving beta, and he was talking about how they might be able to go with vision only. They won't even need radar anymore.
Yeah. So that was actually a pretty interesting thing that Elon was talking about. Let me pull that up real quick. He actually said here it is. Next significant release will be in April. Going with pure vision, not even using a radar. This is the way to real world AI.
I guess that's where they get the name Pure Vision.
Pure vision? Exactly.
It's like only vision.
Does this mean that's delayed, or the new Model S's and X's, because maybe they don't have radars?
I think they probably still have radar. They're not going to take the radars out yet.
Okay, they're not going to take them away yet. So there's that. Let me turn that down just a tad. Huge thanks to Pierre. Massive shout out for the super chat. Said, yeah, my finance expires in 5 days. Irritated being that the advisor told me to apply. I decided to apply somewhere else. At least the new credit union approved me at 249. Expires in 90 days.
Yeah,
90 days is nice.
But we know exactly where you're coming from, because we held off for a while on applying for the financing on the S, just because we were told, okay, definitely March, and here we are, late March.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Pierre.
Confetti!
Thank you very much. Oh, and hopefully you covered your ears. So.
Those things are just so loud.
But they're very fun too. So we're going to be having the safety.
So loud.
The safety inspection will be happening here shortly, probably from the.
It sounds like okay. Safety committee is here.
Okay. Whenever they have to come and make sure that everything's okay. Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat though. Really appreciate it.
Oh, we're having a
and we have a double safety inspection. Okay. Hopefully we are passing.
Yeah, I think everything's good. It's good.
It's all okay. Yeah. But I mean, I guess kind of talking about refreshes and everything. The Plaid Plus. Let's talk about that for a second, because that's a highly anticipated car. But the Plaid Plus is now delayed. I'm trying to find it here, where to go. So the Plaid Plus Model S, which we all thought was coming in late 2021, is now delayed until mid 2022.
Yeah, and as we know,
experienced a $10,000 pricing.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. So we knew that the Plaid Plus is supposed to have the 4680 cells, and they're going to be structural pack, and we knew that was supposed to be coming towards the end of 2021. So it's kind of a disappointment to find it's been delayed as well. Who knows? They could pull a surprise and bring it out sooner. But it is sad to see that they increased the price by another $10,000. And did our price go up on that, I think?
Yeah, so we actually have a reservation in for one, and our price, if I look at it, jumped that $10,000 already. I didn't have to accept anything, kind of like the long range. I don't know if they're going to deduct another $2,000 like they are in the long range, or this is just like you pay it or you don't. And I mean, I think this one, was it $2,000 or $1,000 I had to put down?
That was $1,000 back in the day, but it's 100% refundable.
So there's that at least. But I mean, I don't know. $150,000, while is amazing for a Model S that can do that, I don't think it's something that I'll actively really pursue.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, especially if the Roadster comes out sometime next year.
Exactly. And real quick, Michael.
Or this year.
Thank you so much for the super chat as well.
I think he's from Taiwan, right?
Yes, he is. Yep. And then he said, also, where's the refresh S call Elon mentioned in the Q4 earnings?
That's what we're waiting for. It's been like 6 weeks.
I mean,
7 weeks.
At this point, I have a feeling people are just going to get cars delivered and make videos, and that is how we're going to have our refresh call. But I guess that's kind of where we're at. Greg or Gergsy said we should put reflective vests on them.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm going to have to look that up.
We'll have to look
that's
that
a good idea. Safety committee. But otherwise, like the Model Y long range did get a $1,000 price increase. Model 3 SR Plus up $500. The all-wheel drive Model 3 up 500. So
I think
there's a lot going on.
So that was about a week ago that they had the price increase on that, but the
Yeah.
biggest was definitely the Plaid Plus $10,000, which quite a surprise.
Yeah, I was very surprised by that because that's $10,000. I mean, I will say this though, they did the same thing with the long range. It jumped up 10,000 as well. So I guess in hindsight, I probably
The
should have seen it
regular
coming.
Model S long range went up 10,000 more.
Yeah, after we had ordered it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I thought you meant another.
Oh
10,000.
no, not another 10.
That's what I was like,
no,
what?
no, not another 10.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know. We keep stacking to the price. We're gonna get to the prices what they were originally, which I mean, you get a lot more for the money, I guess. So there's that. So next up is some fun news regarding Cybertruck, which I know a lot of people are gonna love because everybody is super amped for the Cybertruck, and it involves, where is this? A Giga Press. So there's a company that makes the Giga Presses called IDRA, and they just unveiled a new 8,000 ton die cast machine, and said, this cracks me up. When asked who it was for, he described it as a leading global manufacturer for new energy vehicles. Who else could that be?
Well, I mean, there's a few, but
no one else I would call leading.
oh, okay.
For new energy.
That narrows it way down. Yeah.
So definitely got to be for Tesla, but this is the new 8,000 ton Giga Press, and this I would imagine is for Cybertruck, which looks cool. Love to like check it out in person, maybe someday. But there's that going on. So hopefully Giga Texas is coming right along, and that they have this going on, because this is a pretty, actually I would say it's a very critical machine for the success of Cybertruck and being able to produce Cybertruck. So there's that. But also somebody on Twitter actually came up with this. It's Cybertruck related. And they said, can I plug my tiny house into the Cybertruck to power it? This rendering, I absolutely love it, and I want one.
I hope it would have a wall there, but
Well, yeah. Hopefully it's got a wall of ceiling.
unless it's a big panoramic window.
Oh, that
You
would
never
be
know with
interesting.
panoramic roofs. No.
But I actually really like this design and everything, so hopefully
It also needs a bathroom though. I think.
somebody has this like come to fruition, because that would look really cool. But I mean, other than that, there's not a ton of Cybertruck news, unfortunately. But the Giga Press, I think, is probably like the biggest thing. So next up, so this is kind of an interesting thing. In China, they have Teslas, obviously. They got the factory in Shanghai. But now the government is banning Teslas being owned because of the cameras on the outside of it.
Not from everyone, but from military.
Military only,
is
yes.
not allowed to have
True.
Teslas. And I can see that, yeah, there's cameras all around and it can be recording stuff, and they probably don't want those cameras recording like on military bases and stuff like that.
Exactly. So there's a bunch of articles. This one's just an Engadget one that I had seen. But basically, the Chinese military has banned Tesla vehicles from its military facilities over fears EV cameras pose a security risk. While drivers themselves won't be in trouble, they'll have to park outside the premises.
Okay, so it's good that they can still have them. They're just not allowed on military bases.
So I
Kinda
read
makes
some
sense.
other articles that said they can't even own them.
Oh, wow.
So I guess there's still a little bit of confusion there. But I kind of understand to a certain degree, because the Chinese government has wanted all their vehicles to be like Chinese made. It's the same thing that we're doing here in the U.S.
It'll be interesting. So we've seen China do this. Yeah. I wonder if other countries. What if the United States? What if every country does that? If they're concerned about where that video could potentially be going and what it could record.
Well, exactly, for sure. There's obviously a lot of safety concerns, and being that your phone can be tied to the car, that could you'd be able to find GPS and everything if they're going to like secret facilities. But if you're going to secret facilities and everything, like, I don't know. You think there'd be a lot of other things.
You don't think that people would be driving their personal cars on there anyway?
Exactly. There's some other people saying the U.S. military banned and restricted Fitbits.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Rogers said Pokemon Go has been spying China for years, so they know the risk cameras pose.
Oh, yeah.
I guess there's a lot going on here. Kit was gonna lay down in here. He normally doesn't sleep in here.
Get a dog bed.
Interesting. But anywho, there's that potential issue with anyone in the Chinese military owning a Tesla. Even though it was made there, they still won't let them do that because technically Tesla is a U.S. company, and there's always that level of concern.
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, we talked about what the new Engage, is that what it is, on Tesla's platform. They basically shut down their web forums last week, which were pretty unmoderated and things weren't that pretty there. And they had limited moderation, limited functionality on their forums. So they shut down the forums but they did start up that new Engage website, which is a way to get involved with government and Tesla to help support Teslas and with the government and around the country with their owners groups. But now Tesla has actually come out with a safety website as well. So they are, keep adding to the website. And if you pull up the safety website, it just shows how they're dedicated to safety, and they do all sorts of testing. And Teslas are among the safest cars out there.
Yeah. So in the fourth quarter, they registered one accident for every 3.4 million miles driven. Which drivers had autopilot engaged. For those driving without autopilot, but with our other safety features, we registered one accident for every 2.05 million miles driven. For those driving without autopilot and without active safety features, we registered one accident for every 1.27 million miles driven. So that right there shows you, one, the safety features make you even safer, and then autopilot makes you almost twofold safer. So I mean, it's pretty nice.
Is that the main page? So basically, the URL is just www.tesla.com/safety.
Yeah, and then that'll bring you to a website where you can click on Vehicle Safety Report. Yeah. And that will get you
But they've got all kinds of other stuff on there as well.
Yeah, but it does say, by comparison, NHTSA's most recent data shows the U.S., there's an accident or crash every 484,000 miles. So Teslas are almost threefold better than that. That's a win in my book. Love to see it. So yeah, you can browse this. They have all the previous years, which is kind of interesting. If you want to look the third quarter of 2020, they registered one accident for every 4.59 million miles driven. So it was even better, that one. But it's kind of fun just to look at the data. It's kind of fun to play around with it. So we have some Powerwall and solar news that a lot of people aren't very happy about.
Yeah, the first one is, it sounds like, or if you go to the website and try to order Powerwalls, it's not there anymore, or at least it wasn't last week, where you could not order them just by themselves anymore on Tesla's website. Basically, it sounds like they're trying to, probably due to high demand, they're limiting it, that they're only selling the Powerwalls to people who actually buy Tesla Solar as well.
Yeah, so if you actually go to the main site here, it says Powerwall is only available with the purchase of solar panels, and that is new.
Yeah, so that's unfortunate because, you can still use it, or there's a lot of people who have existing solar systems who just want to add Powerwalls onto those. So it sounds like they're just probably, especially after the issues they had with the power grid back in Texas a few weeks back, and then, last year in California, and then before that you had hurricanes and stuff in Puerto Rico. Basically, they cannot keep up with demand on Powerwalls, and so they're trying to, I guess, limit sales. Eventually, I'm sure they're going to sell those, a la carte again, but for now, at least if you're ordering from Tesla, I still have heard that some people have contacted other companies, they're able to get them, but unfortunately those other companies can cost a lot more than if you buy them from Tesla, or try to buy them from Tesla.
Yeah, so I wonder if you do have a Tesla system though, and now you want to add a Powerwall, I guess you technically have to buy a solar panel?
You could try to call and see. It doesn't hurt to try to call and ask and point out that you do have an existing system, but from the website itself, you can't just order a Powerwall by itself anymore.
Yeah, so they're definitely going to be a little constrained on that, which is kind of a bummer, not going to lie.
But we are still 100% satisfied with our solar and Powerwalls. We had a really good solar week. We produced over 532 kilowatt hours, which was pretty good. We had 4 good days, but we actually, we mentioned we had 2 feet of snow on Sunday, and so that we had some snow on the roof on Monday and Tuesday. We did have we cleared off some of the panels, as we mentioned. We should do a follow-up video on that with the snow rake, but we basically cleaned off a few of the panels. That's just enough to power the house, and then later on in the day, the rest of the snow just slides all off. And we still had we still had pretty good solar production on those days, even though, there was still a foot of snow on some of the other panels. And
Yeah.
Pretty good. And so we average 76 kilowatt hours per day. So it's down slightly from the previous week, but with a couple of feet of snow, not too bad. And we had a little bit of snow again today, so our solar production wasn't that great today. But we did, for the week, we had 223 kilowatt hours that we took from the grid, but we sent 303 back. So you can see we had a surplus for the week. And also, we had 123% offset, so we produced that 532 kilowatt hours, but our household only used the 431. So we are at a surplus, and we expect to hopefully be able to maintain that surplus for about the next 7 months through October. And again, our utility lets us bank that, and we get credit for it, and then that helps offset our bill in those colder, darker months in November, and December, and January. Oh, and also, okay, so Eric just showed this other graph we have here. This just shows again that January, February, the blue line represents our household usage. The yellow is solar, and you can see how our usage was bigger than our solar production. But already you can see we're not even 2/3 of the way through March, but we've already produced more than we've used, and that should be continuing up. So hopefully by the end of the month, that yellow line for solar in March will be a lot bigger than the blue line at our current rates.
Yeah. So overall, still super happy with our solar. I see somebody in chat said try using the snow slide avalanche rake. I actually have a new one coming supposedly tomorrow.
And it's slightly longer.
But I don't know how that's going to work with the snow. It might be delayed. I don't know. We'll have to see.
We basically are under another winter storm warning. It started today. Originally it said up to another 15 inches. The Powerwalls kicked in Friday night and charged us up to 100%. We didn't get any snow on Saturday, but we are ready for it if we get more snow tonight. They revised it down to an advisory, but it's back up to a warning. So
they've changed it several times.
Now it went from 15 inches down to 3 inches, back up to 14 inches. So we're going to get somewhere between 3 and 14 inches. So.
Or nothing.
Maybe.
Although I will say, I do see it snowing right now.
We were out on a walk. I was out on a walk with the dogs right before the video, and it was coming down really strong.
Yeah.
Very heavy.
So yeah, that's basically the news. So you can relax a little back there and don't have to wear a seatbelt if you don't want to.
Thanks.
But we'll just go ahead and if you guys have any questions or anything you want to talk about, go ahead and drop it in chat and we can talk about that. Somebody asked where are the Ridgebacks.
So she's a little concerned. Yes.
Here, she is right here.
They make appearances, and
she's our safety committee, and then he is the backup officer.
Yes, he's gotta confirm. Yes. Yeah.
They're very clingy tonight.
I don't know why. Yeah. Oh well, we didn't do a video last week, so they're like, "What's going on?"
Oh yeah, they got kind of out of it, I guess. But anyway, let's see here. There was a question here I needed to find. Where was it? Somebody said, can they just program it so that it doesn't record while on a base? I mean, technically they could.
They could, but I don't think the Chinese would believe that.
Yeah.
And it's I wonder if they also ban all dash cams, because we have the Blackview dash cam on the Model 3 and one of the Model S's. Those dash cams are recording 24/7. So you'd think that they would ban all dash cams, not just.
But the thing is all these other cars coming out now, they all have cameras of some sort. So
that's going to be interesting going forward, because you can't ban all cars, I guess. Either that or you're going to have a parking lot, the entrance, and then you're going to have to switch to a different car to use. That's
exactly what it's going to have to be. And real quick, sorry, we forgot Mario's $1.99 super chat. Super sorry about that, Mario. He said,
a while back. There it is, yeah.
When will the Refresh S be delivered to people? That is a mighty good question.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, but we don't know. I don't think anybody knows right now.
We were originally expecting ours in mid-January or late January, and then I guess we'll eventually have to find out. But thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah. And then we have another super chat from John. Thank you for the $5. Said, do you have a battery-powered snowblower? Are you going to put a bathroom in the garage? The snowblower, I've thought about it, but we have a gravel driveway, and it's I know you can get little spacers or skids
for it. Kind of like skis that you put on it that raise it up just enough. But our driveway is kind of on a hill too, and there's some dips. We might try that someday. We do have a friend that has one of those very nice Ego snowblowers, and we have a lot of Ego power tools that we really love, but they're not cheap. But we might try that one of these days. It's a dual stage, and we might try that. But it's got skids that should keep it just an inch or so off of the gravel, so it doesn't blow it around. But it shoots
I
at
don't
like 200
trust
feet.
the skids.
Yeah, but the snowblower can shoot like 200 feet.
Yeah.
We don't really trust it because if one rock gets in there and hits our neighbor's house or car, that's not gonna be worth it. So.
I'm not dealing with that. So anyway, we just shoveled everything, and I got ripped over 2 days.
But also, he was asking about the some potential garage thing. So we'll have some more pictures of that in the coming weeks. We had some technical difficulties, but we did make a lot of progress over the last week.
Hopefully, Diego's here. The past 3 days, been working on a single project. No, I think I started Thursday. Thursday, and here we are today. The project is not done yet because we have hit a technical snag.
It's like 2/3 done.
I would say half.
Half done.
Half done.
The west wing is not done. The east
we have
wing
hit a
is.
snag, and this snag is causing me a lot of headache, a lot of drinking. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, hopefully there'll be a future video on that because I would say this last edition is probably one of the bigger things to happen. Anyway, a lot of cool stuff is happening. Hopefully you guys like it. Thank you, though, for the super chat, John. And then Chris has a $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. Said, I left Twitter for goods because I need to take a break from socials. Bad interactions and disappointments. Elon overpromised flat. Hope you're well.
Yeah, I haven't noticed, Chris.
Yeah, that is true. But I do agree with you there. To be honest, I limit my time on Twitter because, I don't know, there's always trolls out there that just... Yeah, just gotta limit it.
I'm very rarely on Twitter. It's like usually only have Eric's tweets, and then that's where I get my news on Twitter. But yeah, you just gotta be careful. Twitter is an interesting place. We'll say that. But Chris, message me anytime, anywhere else, man. You got my number. Okay, let me get to some questions. Thank you guys all so much for the super chats, though. I really appreciate that. Let's see, where were we? But yeah, it sounds like Chris is kind of disappointed with that lack of the beta, but the FSD beta as well. And
I think a lot of people are.
I know he's been waiting for it for a while, like a lot of people have.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. So, Chris Tech said, how do you guys know which dog is Kit and which one's Layden? Kit is out there.
They're not in here right now, but the easy way to tell is Kit's got a white paw.
Yep, and Layden has like a little white heart right here, but also, if you touch her fur is a little bit more coarse, whereas Kit is super soft. No offense, Layden. She's right here.
But if it's nighttime and they're on the bed or something like that, you can tell by touching their heads, and you can tell who's who.
Is Streamlabs just timing people out randomly?
No, I see that. Is it the same guy or is it different people?
And, well, now
it says
Diego. Yeah, now it says Diego. It said. Sorry, I'm working on Streamlabs to kind of help some moderation, and it said please refrain from spamming caps. So I'm sorry about that,
maybe
Diego.
they did all caps. We'll have to look at that.
If you did something in all caps, I need to There's so many things going on in Streamlabs to adjust. I don't know if I can do that on the fly. I'll look at it.
Oh yeah, he said no more secrets in all caps, and so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He got timed out for a second because of that. Interesting.
Yikes. I'll see if I can fix that real quick and just turn that setting off because that's kind of annoying. I apologize for that. I just went with their default stuff. Anyway, sorry, Diego. No more secrets, I promise. Let's see. MZ Saxy Key says, what happened to your refresh Model S? Good question. It's a very good question. I don't know. It hasn't shown up yet, so we're there. Gerg C, do you prefer Gerg or Greg? Because I know you corrected me one time that it was Greg, and then he thought I didn't know how to read. So just let me know what you prefer, and that's what I'll call you. Anyway, he said, gonna be a fun week watching the stock. Yeah, I know.
No, it's been up and down. It's mostly down. Yeah. We did have a good day a week or two back where it jumped the biggest jump ever, wasn't it? Over $100 in one day. That was very nice. But then it kind of lost a lot of that since then. So it'll be interesting to see. But I don't know. I don't know. With these delays and stuff, it's I wouldn't be surprised if it kind of stays flat or continues to go down slightly. But of course, we're wanting to go up.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be kind of interesting to see what plays out. We'll say that. Maybe if it drops, it'll be a good buying time. Not investment advice, though. I need to preface that. Let's see. Rob said, did your contractor know that you caught him peeing in your garage, or did he find out when you released the video? He found out when I released the video, if they watched. I don't know. We saw that, and I was just you know what? That's going in.
And we've been doing a lot of work, like Eric said, for the last week or so in the garage, and we found a lot of interesting things from another contractor that, like he was saying last time, it's they don't necessarily put in as much attention to detail as you would if you were doing it yourselves. So.
And that's like my biggest thing with contractors. If you're a contractor that I've worked with before, don't think this is necessarily about you. We'll say that. Anyway, I have problems because it always seems the contractors, they just like do it just to get done and go to the next job. And I paid good money for what happened in that garage, and I expected it to look better.
It still looks pretty good.
It looks good.
But because it took us like a month or 3 weeks before we saw some of these things. Like, what?
But some of the things like we weren't really looking for.
They're like
and then
high.
when we started doing some stuff, we were like, what the heck did they do there?
And why? Yeah, so, you know.
So, yeah.
Kind of like when people take delivery of their Teslas and they might miss a few things. If
Okay, Diego, if you're still here, try spamming in all caps. I think I fixed it.
Now everybody's going to do all caps.
I know, now everybody's going to spam everything in caps. Oh boy, I created a monster.
I'll just jump ahead. I don't know where you are, but Marcus Campbell said he put his order in for the Plaid Plus in February, and he's wondering if the price increases for him as well. It looks like it.
It looks like it's across
all
the board.
Plaid Plus prices increased by 10,000, so that was quite a surprise.
So when did we order the Plaid Plus?
That was
a long time ago.
September of last year, when it was not announced as, it was just announced as Plaid.
Right.
But when they in January announced the regular Plaid with the regular 18650 cells and the new Plaid Plus with the 4680s, there was no mention of any price increase. So it's weird how 6 weeks later they raised the price again.
Yeah, everybody's doing things in all caps now.
I guess it works.
Fixed it. Love to see it. Sorry about the all caps thing. Still working on that end. Let's see.
Oh, here's the Tom Turbo Garage.
I'm waiting for the super chat to pop up. It takes like 10 to 20 seconds.
It's kind of on the same topic. Did you say our price went up, or that he's saying his?
Here, I'll just read the super chat. It'll pop up in a minute. Let's see. Tom's Turbo Garage, thank you for the $10 super chat. Said, hi fellas, you mentioned that your Plaid Plus reservation price went up. I just checked mine and it still shows the old price. No time estimate. It's on prepare for delivery since placing the res. Let me look. Maybe
it's been changed since then.
Yeah,
when you first looked at it.
It definitely went up because I saw a number that was a sticker shock.
And we've seen that in the past.
Mine currently says 1,000, I wish. $149,490.
So is that the increased price?
That is the increased price, I believe. Because if we go here,
well, then also,
if I custom order, and I do Plaid Plus, and I do that, and that, and that, and that. Oh no, I guess it went back down.
But that's odd that, so maybe that's something, okay. So
it went back down.
That's weird. So hey, they just raised it for us. So
No, our price is now the original price that we signed up for.
Oh, okay.
It's
okay, so maybe they had a pricing error. Maybe they were trying to do...
It does, because now the same build, I pull up my...
You still have the little autopilot on
but
though?
I don't.
Wouldn't that be 10,000?
Yeah. So the new pricing right here is $161,990, and my build sheet on here is exactly this build with the white multi-coat, the black and white interior, autopilot, Fsd is 149. So it did fix itself.
Okay, so good for Marcus, and then probably also, for Tom's Turbo Garage. So maybe there was a temporary... We've seen that in the past where they've made price changes, and then sometimes it's meant to be for orders going forward, but they accidentally mess up existing orders as well. So good news, we just saved $10,000.
Anyway, let's get some confetti for Tom.
Let
me cover Layden's little ears.
Woo!
Okay, I covered her ears, and now she's like, "Oh, what happened?"
What is that?
Thank you though so much for the $10.
And kids double checking.
I really appreciate that.
Yes.
And then
it's okay.
Lex said, "Why don't you guys going Patriot for your site?"
Patreon.
Did you mean Patreon?
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
So we're still looking at
never
things.
Never mind.
What happened?
I thought you still had the confetti on, but I'm just delayed.
Oh. We're still looking at different things. I don't know. I've never just necessarily been a huge fan of Patreon, but I'm looking at different platforms. So people that donate, we can give you stuff.
Yeah. Or if we do,
you know what I mean?
And if we do something like Patreon, or they've got YouTube members and stuff, what would you like for like bonus content, or what could we offer, or just let us know if you have any ideas.
The issue with the YouTube membership, which I have access, I can turn on right now. I just haven't yet because the issue with it is, while there's like certain like emojis and perks that you can get, I can't get like addresses to like send stickers or stuff like that. That's why I've been kind of like reserved about that. I don't know. And I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. We've been doing a lot of thinking about stuff like that though. Jason said, I'm upset about Abstract Ocean. I wanted the white tea puddle lights, but it's sold out. Yes. So, I mean, if you haven't heard, Tesla's been sending out a bunch of cease and desist letters to anyone who's been using like the Tesla name, the Tesla logo, even if it's just like a vinyl cutout that goes on the Tesla logo. There've been a lot. It's like all the accessory makers. And it's really sad because a lot of these products are something that the aftermarket community absolutely loves, and Tesla doesn't want anything to do with because it doesn't really make them money.
Yeah, and that's weird because it would be nice if they would do some sort of licensing program.
100%.
And they have to protect their brand, and that's what they're trying to do. But they should have a licensing program because they could make money off of this and allow those enthusiastic companies the ability to support with these accessory products.
But the big thing with licensing is they can also regulate it. So they can get a little passive income just by, you can use it, but they can also like regulate it and make sure it's up to their quality standards and everything, which I know Abstract Ocean would have no problem passing because all their lights are 100% golden. But it's just kind of a bummer that Tesla is going this route and they're just like stonewalling like any talks of trying to do anything.
They don't really have a lot of accessories. I mean, they're focusing on new car sales. They have a few accessories. They did come out, you can upgrade MCU and stuff like that. But one of our viewers and a guy that I chat with and stuff online, he sent a picture of like the accessories, like parts at his local service center, and it was like it was a 4-foot metal rack, a 4-foot shelf with a couple shelves on it, and it had a couple like mobile connectors and some mud
car
flaps
covers.
And
no, it didn't have mud flaps. I think it was car covers,
but it was like nothing. And it's just like the aftermarket people have come up with so many accessories, and Tesla's just not offering that. And I can understand them not focusing on these smaller pieces, but they should allow someone to do it.
I agree. So kind of disappointed on that, but hopefully things will change in the future. If you do see any tweets about it though on Twitter, by all means, like retweet it, like it, tag Elon in it, see if we can get any kind of traction. Because Elon has always said that he's supportive of the aftermarket accessory companies as long as they do it in good faith. And that's something that Abstract Ocean always has. They have all kinds of disclaimers saying that they're not affiliated with Tesla. Tesla is like completely separate entity. So Elon has said in the past that he's 100% supportive of them, but now there's this. My guess is Elon has no idea that someone's in legal just sent these all out.
Did it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I definitely don't think Elon has any idea about this. So the more traction we can get, the better. And again, this is for any accessory maker aftermarket. I'm just happy that Abstract Ocean was one of the ones to actually speak out about it, because I guarantee you everybody else got the same letter. A lot of other companies I have heard about they just didn't want to post anything. That being said, though, Abstract Ocean still has a ton of amazing products, and they're a sponsor of this channel, and they help make all this possible.
So it's not all products weren't affected.
Right.
It was very like ones that had the Tesla logo. And
But they do have some sales going on now. So if you want anything, pick it up before it is sold out, because once it is gone, unless Tesla changes their tune, it's gone. Which means I should probably place an order tonight. Okay. Thank you, though, for the super chat, Lex. And then Gerg. I don't know. Let's just go with Greg. He said I can call him either. Let's go with Greg. Greg with the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. Said, was Rob Maurer's latest video essentially what you guys have done to your cars? Who's Rob Maurers?
I don't know. I don't know.
Is that bad? I just
I don't know.
Did I just diss somebody? I'm sorry if I did.
I haven't watched much YouTube lately.
I don't either. Let me look this up real quick.
We've been streaming some other series online, so we've been like...
Let me look this up real quick. Hopefully, I hope I didn't just like insult somebody. I didn't mean to.
We might know him, but it's just like, I don't know if this video...
Hold on. Let me go on your camera so they don't get a close-up of my hair that's gray. You can answer.
Okay. So we're checking out, and then Daryl. I don't know if you had said it, but Daryl mentioned we could do an exclusive Zoom or something for members.
Oh yeah, Daryl also did a super chat. Thank you, Daryl.
Yeah. And then Greg mentioned too about like a subscriber.
Oh
star
no, that's
special.
Tesla Daily. Got it.
Okay, so we don't know his name, but okay.
Got it. Okay, so yes.
What did he do on his cars?
There's more of that.
What did
video essentially what you guys have done to your cars? Which one? The one a day ago? I haven't watched that one yet. What did he do to it? I'm scrubbing the video. Oh, he PPF'd it. Paint protection, got it.
Okay, yeah, he's checking the paint thickness and all that stuff.
PPF,
okay,
got it. Yeah. Ceramic tint, ceramic coating. Yeah. Okay, yeah, basically. Oh, we went with the matte wrap though. Oh man, that's awkward. I didn't know his name was
Don't
Rob.
necessarily know everybody's names, but now I do.
Sorry, Rob. Don't hate me. I'm terrible with names though. It's true what it is. Let's see here.
And then while we're talking about accessories, and I mentioned Mudflaps, Chris had said, yeah, some of Tesla's accessories kind of suck, such as their paint protection film, you know, the little ones they have for the side.
Oh,
and
yeah.
their Mudflaps. And we still, did you ever put out the Mudflap video?
No, it's going through editing now.
Because, yeah, they just looked really cheap. Like I said a couple weeks ago, they look like somebody took a cutting board and put holes in it to screw them on, compared to some of the molded ones that we've looked at.
Yeah. Let's see. Thomas, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Said, what's the story behind your supercharger? So I built one. It's in the garage. And then I ended up finding this one on eBay. I tried to buy one from Tesla, but they wouldn't sell me one. So once I saw this one on eBay, I snagged it real quick. Maybe Tesla will send us a cease and desist. That would be fun.
No, we bought this fair and square.
I know. It was actually an old store display that they had discarded.
As we mentioned in almost every video, it's a V2, so this is a really heavy, thick copper cable, and we've opened it up. Eric can post the link, or you can find it in our list of videos. But it's got all the innards of a regular V2 supercharger up there and down there, and you can see what it looks like on the inside.
Yeah, but it was actually a store display, and they were discarding them from the stores and put it out by the dumpster. Somebody saw it, grabbed it, and ta-da! It actually fit in the back of the Model S. I had to have it shipped to my office, though, because it was not able to be shipped to a place without a dock. So good thing my office has a dock. But thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. Let's see. Justin said, what do you two believe are the main reasons for the S and X delay? So I think part of it is going to be the interior trim. They're having issues with that somehow, because a lot of the cars we've seen, the interior trim is not even on it.
Or like it wasn't ready. So those test mules might have been built at the beginning when they first set up the line back in early January or end of last year if they were hand building them, and they just didn't put the trim on those. But the reason why is because those parts probably weren't ready. So hopefully they're getting those ramped up.
Yeah. But I mean, it could be something completely different.
It could also be the yoke.
It could be the yoke. Very true.
Which when the NHTSA first saw that, they're like, well, they didn't think it caused any problems, but maybe there's additional discussion. We don't know. We haven't heard anything on that yet.
Yeah, and actually, let me pull up one of these pictures.
You think that Tesla would, if that is a holdup, something like that, do you think they would still just go ahead and put out the regular steering wheel and then offer to swap it out at a later time?
Well, we know they have the regular wheel.
Yeah.
But the thing with all these yokes is it's really hard to see, and this isn't zooming in very well, but down here, it's straight up just cut. It's like the circle wheel, and then this part is just cut. It's a very rough cut.
Kinda
it's
like
not
they took
a finished
existing
product.
parts and just kind of formed them into that wheel. Yeah.
Exactly. It is not a finished product by any means.
So also with the yoke
is very
that is going to require probably variable steering or something like that. So you're not going to be turning it like with a round steering wheel.
Yeah.
So for like tight turns and stuff, you're not going to move it as much. So it could be that it's a software issue that will be holding up, to adjust the whatever the adaptive or adjustable steering would be.
Yeah.
So you'd think if it was something like that, they would just release the cars with a regular steering wheel, swap them out. But we'll see. Hopefully soon.
Hopefully it gets figured out, whatever it is, because it's.
But I'm not predicting a call this week. So by me not predicting it, maybe that means it will happen.
True. So next up, Roger said, do you think the Plaid Plus is worth the premium over a regular Plaid? That is really going to kind of depend to you. Now, let me look at the price difference, because I honestly don't recall.
I think if you're wanting to race the car, then Plaid Plus is for you.
So, I mean, you're at 100 and... Wait, I think I have all the options, yeah. So let me just go base options without autopilot. So keep that in mind. Add another 10,000 if you want that. Plaid is 120,000. Plaid Plus is 150,000.
Oh, so 30.
$30,000 to go.
That's a huge range increase.
Slightly faster, but you get...
Oh,
like,
wait, did they change?
It's
you have the wheels.
300.
You have your wheels, I think, because it should be over 400 if you're... Oh, no, I'm thinking long range.
Yeah, you're thinking long range. The Plaid is 390. The Plaid Plus is 520. That range is a lot more. That's 130. Am I doing my math right?
Yep. And we don't
130 more miles. Yeah. So, I mean, if those miles are worth it for the 30,000, I would do it. If it was for the 0 to 60 time, I wouldn't do it. The miles, maybe.
But it remains to be seen, too, what else the 4680 structural pack, what other benefits it might have.
Exactly. There could be super fast charging. There could be reduced weight, which is great, which that might be helping the mileage.
It might finally be the million-mile battery that would allow them to offer like vehicle-to-grid or vehicle-to-home functionality.
Yeah. Let's see. Somebody said their 2021 LG batteries charge so slowly. A friend's SR Plus charges at 30 kilowatts at 50% state of charge. Any news? Has anyone been putting pressure on Tesla to fix this?
I haven't heard so much about this. I know what in some places where they have those that I think since that's a newer battery, newer chemistry, they're being a little more cautious with those. And I think there have been some updates because especially with like the made in China ones where they were originally released, and I think some of those went over to Europe and they were really slow, but they've since increased it slightly. So I think they're just being cautious on that. So hopefully they'll be able to increase that. Yeah. But again, also there's the weather and temperature and stuff are still affecting it too. So if you're at 50%, but if your battery's freezing, then it's gonna run slow.
Yeah. So Derek actually said just picked up a brand new Model Y yesterday and noticed the suspension was a lot softer. So I asked an associate, and they said they now have air suspension, but I cannot adjust the height until Tesla something. I mean, look under your wheel, like if you can. Take a photo of like your phone of like the top of the wheel in the wheel well and tweet that to me or DM it to me.
That would be breaking news if it was the case.
That would be huge because if it's air suspension.
Nobody's mentioned that yet. So that would be great. And I think what he's saying is that they don't have like the software to allow him to adjust it yet, but it's there. So yeah, definitely take some pictures and send them to us if you do find that that's the case. Or send them to us if you don't know what you're looking at, and hopefully we'll be able to see it.
Do you have Twitter, Derek? It's Derek Martinez. If you have Twitter and could message it to me on Twitter, that would be huge. Huge, huge, huge. Because, everyone's been wanting that, but it hasn't shown up yet. So let's see, where was I? Let me see. I'm kind of jumping around, so if I miss your question, feel free to just
a lot. I see a lot of people mentioning the Refresh X, how it was originally supposed to be out, in March, and now it's saying more like May and June. So yeah, we're seeing that as well. Sounds like nobody's gotten deliveries yet. We really haven't had any news at all on the X since that January call.
Yeah.
And we still we did put an order for a 6-seater, but we were still waiting to see some more information to see do those seats fold flat like in the 5 and 7-seater. We don't know. Probably not, but we don't know. And how are they going to have? Are they going to have Qi charging available in the second row, like as they do on the X? We don't know. Are they going to have the 7-seater and 5-seater?
So many questions.
Are they going to have the armrest with the Qi charging in it for the X? We don't know. I don't think there's any pictures of that out there yet. So it'd be nice if they would give us some news.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we just really want an update. Just like talk to us, y'all. Fred's Model 3 said, did you guys get Starlink? I have mine on order. We signed up for it, but it currently isn't available where we live. So as soon as it is, though, I'll get it because I want to test it out and play around with it. How long I'll keep it or what, I honestly don't know yet. Depends how good it is. We'll say that. Let's see.
Oh, Chris Abshire is asking what color code we used for Tesla Red in our garage. I know you just picked up some more paint on that recently. Do you remember?
I'll go get it real quick if
Yeah.
you want to.
Because we got it, was it at Gyrie's or, well, I know we got it at Gyrie's originally, but basically we have some paint on the garage, but when we recently had drywall and stuff, oh, well, maybe I wasn't supposed to mention that, but basically we need to repaint some of that red wall that we have, and Eric had to go pick up some fresh paint, and he's going to get you that exact code here. But yeah, and I see a lot of people asking what color our new cars are going to be, and I see Greg says that we dig white. Yes, we do. So all of the cars that we have on order are white, except for the Cybertrucks, which of course are just stainless steel. But for the refreshed S and X and the Plaid S, which we're probably not going to, the Plaid Plus S, which we're probably canceling, it's white as well. We just like to do the white. Originally the pearl white was an extra cost, and the black paint was the free color. But a couple years back, I think they were having so many problems with people complaining about the black paint that they decided to make the white the standard paint. And unfortunately, it used to stand out because not as many people had white. Now it seems like the majority of cars on the road are white. But we still prefer white just because it lets us customize it a little bit more when we put wraps and stuff on there. So, okay. And it sounds like Eric went out to the garage. He's trying to track down his paint. But yeah, we did, like he said, a lot of work on the garage over the past 6 weeks. He made a lot of progress on it, finalizing touches this week, but we ran into technical difficulty, so hopefully we'll get that resolved here in the next week or so. But it's really looking nice. And I hear Eric has now arrived. He's approaching the garage is about as far away as you can get.
I know, it is.
It's the
It was
opposite.
a hike. Anywho. Oh, Kit wants. No, this isn't.
You gotta rotate.
Anywho, okay. So let me just make sure it's sealed before I flip it and show you guys the top, because that would suck. Anyway, I got it from Gyrie's. It is the Pearl Finish Base 45504X. Has to be that. And there's your color.
Oh, that'd be funny if that's. But I know back in the day, this was years ago.
Color 2087-10.
Yeah, and we went and got I don't remember how, but didn't we get some color swatch or something from Tesla somewhere? Or
So,
we heard from Tesla employees.
I knew a guy.
Yeah.
And he told me the Tesla color code, and this is exactly what they use.
That was at one of the store openings back in.
Well, don't give away too much because I don't want to get someone in trouble.
That was like the Cherry Creek opening when they opened that gallery up, and they had a special invite for current owners, and they were talking about that was before the Model 3 even came out, and we were discussing the Model 3, and we were talking about our garage, and he said that this is the exact code. So we know it's good.
Yeah. So that's the actual legit Tesla red color. So if anyone wants a Tesla red wall.
You had
can hit that up.
Lex had a super chat.
Oh, let me catch up on super chats. Lex, thank you for the $7 super chat. Said the picture of the Cybertruck is supposed to come out also. Picture of the Cybertruck.
I think Elon had mentioned
the new updated Cybertruck.
Because it's been a while since we've heard anything about
We're
that.
running behind on some updates from Tesla.
Yeah.
They've been quiet lately. Thank you so much for the super chat though. And then Noam said, I sent an email either 1 or 2 weeks ago about the Model X perforated seats. Can you please talk about that?
We don't have. Oh, did you have your email? But basically,
I think I remember that. I think I do. Let me look.
Eric's gonna go check for his email and see if he got it. But yeah, we know that in the past Tesla had perforated seats on the S and the X, and they did have some problems in the past. Like the perforated part was kind of separating or tearing, so it wasn't quite strong enough. So they did. Those seats were because they also had cooling, but they did have some problems with those, and they were tearing, and the perforations weren't lasting as long as they should have.
Yes, okay, I remember. Sorry.
So hopefully the new ones will be different.
So it was. Where was that picture? Let me
Not used
try
to
to
having
find
a
the
live
picture.
audience here. Kit and Layden have been here.
I know, this is weird. They're very clingy tonight. Which, I mean, it's not bad. They've been cuddling all day. Maybe because it's snowing and they just want
Yeah, they
cuddles.
can't go play outside. It's all wet outside.
So, let me see what it was necessarily. I got this picture pulled up. The Plaid has AC. Okay, so if you look at these photos.
Oh, are they different perforations or something?
Yeah. So on the Plaid Plus, it has perforations on the side bolster. On the Plaid, it does. And on the long range, it does not.
So that probably would mean that there's no cooled seats on the, or is it just?
Well, it's just the side bolster.
Okay.
So it's weird that the side bolster is perforated on Plaid and Plaid Plus, but not long range.
But should the long range still have cooled seats? I don't remember if that's in the description.
I don't know.
So we should go check that out because
I'll look at that.
Or who knows? Maybe they took it away.
It is kind of weird, but it is kind of interesting at the same time. But thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that.
We'll make a list of that or keep track of that email. We'll have to go and see if we can track more on those perforated seats.
Yeah, Kit's being very weird right now.
Usually that means he wants something. He'll sit there and wait. But unfortunately, we're not good at figuring out what that means.
We haven't taught him English yet.
No.
Still working on it. We should get him those buttons to put on the floor, though.
I want to get some of those.
And all he would do, though, is hit snack.
Yeah, snack.
See? Did you see?
He's like, what? Snack?
That's the only button he would ever
hit. I said snack. No, you say snack. Say it.
Snack.
Oh,
Kit, snack?
See, snack. Oh, okay.
Message Scott and tell Scott to bring him snacks or give him a snack up there.
I'll just go
feel
get
bad
one
now
because
that
I
I
send
said
him
that.
other messages and he over.
Okay. Your mic is on, though.
Okay.
Let me time out. Anyway, okay. So while he does that, let's see. Michael said for $10 and up super chats, you can play some techno with confetti. Lol. I mean, so there is actually a fun setting. It's just people haven't hit it today on super chats, but they don't go super chat. Like if it hits it, it hits it. If it doesn't, we'll deal with it next week. Let's see. So Jason, hopefully the video on Mudflaps. Hold on, we'll give dog snacks, and then I'll talk about that. Hopefully the video on the Mudflaps comes out on Tuesday or Wednesday. That is my goal. Fingers crossed.
Uh-oh.
Now they're not gonna leave us alone.
They know I have some. They can tell I have other ones in my pocket.
Oh well, that's gonna.
Okay, go find Scott.
Let's see. Slew Dog said garage floors look great. What is a local company that did the job? What's the price per square foot? So I went with Garage Living here in Colorado. I believe
it's a chain too, or a franchise or something. Because they got these nice trucks and they have a nice website and stuff like that.
It was like, I think it was like $6 a square foot or something.
And we've got a big garage.
I spent a ton of money on this thing. I'm not gonna lie. I think all in, when the garage project is complete, I'll be like over 20.
Yikes. That's like close. Oh no, we spent more than that putting the garage on, but yikes.
Yeah, it's a lot, but the garage, it looks good.
And the nice thing is, it's a business expense. We use it 100% for business.
I mean, kind of. Let's see. So, we got super chats, but they're not popping up. So
they're delayed. Yeah,
they're delayed. Sorry. Apparently, Streamlabs is taking a nap on us. They both have AC seats, but the Plaid has the side bolsters, but long range doesn't. Yeah, so that's interesting. Actually, that was a really good notice on that. Not gonna lie. Thank you for the super chat though. Alan said Elon is totally absorbed in SpaceX.
Yeah,
he is, and I don't know,
But there's a lot of stuff going on too, not just SpaceX, but he moved to Texas and they're trying to get the Gigafactory there up and running in Austin. There's a lot of, and the Gigafactory in Berlin. So there's a lot of stuff going on.
He is a very busy man. We'll say that.
It'd be nice if he could clone himself, or if there was somebody else that he could trust.
Could be trusted enough.
To help out. Because we saw in the past with was it John somebody, I don't know.
John McNeil.
John McNeil was amazing with customer service back in the day.
Yeah.
And we got to meet him and talk with him. And unfortunately, he moved on. He's no longer with Tesla. But it'd be nice if they had more people like that could help out.
Agreed.
Take the load off of Elon.
Yeah. And then Greg, again, thank you for your $5 super chat, said, when are we going to meet this elusive Scott? He's been in a few things.
He's been in some of the videos.
Message him and tell him to come down here real quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's working. I saw him.
He's working.
He has his. He works a lot, but he has his tablet up and keyboard going. But yeah, we should get him. He's been in some of the videos. He actually owns one of the Teslas, the red matte wrapped red Model S75D that we have. So that's why we have yet another car, in the garage.
I don't know what Kit wants, but he wants. Oh, he's probably the.
And Roger
stuff in your pocket.
Roger agreed Scott is cool. We like Scott, so we'll give him that. And we used to have hashtag more Scott.
Yeah,
that was a
that used to
joke.
trend a lot.
Yeah, but it's been a while. He hasn't been in videos recently.
He does cook a lot, and it's pretty good food. I give it.
Oh,
10
and
out of 10.
Amy says Scott is good people. Yeah,
10 out
so
of
they
10.
met, they got to meet Scott a while
Yeah.
back. That was last year already. Wow, last June.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned, what about Tesla's liquid heated and cooled seat patent from way back in the day? I mean, maybe that will finally. Their first attempt at cooled seats kind of sucked. No pun intended. Just because like the seats, like they just didn't really cool that much, and the perforations like kind of tear.
Yeah, I was
like,
talking
would
about that
tear
when you
over
were gone,
time.
yeah.
So it wasn't the greatest. Kit has confetti on his tail. Oh my god, that's so funny. So maybe they improved upon it a lot because they had a lot of complaints about it, and I think that's why they removed it. And now it's coming back. So hopefully it's a new and improved.
I think they
version.
probably learned their lesson from last time, so it's got to be better.
Yeah.
And look at what some other manufacturers have done, and I'm sure they've made it better this time.
Yep. Wayne said just bought Model Y and was happy to use your code. Thank you for the comment. Thank
Ooh,
you,
cool.
Wayne. We
Was
actually
he-
saw that.
Yeah, I think we thanked you. We gave you a shout out at the beginning of the video. We listed out, and we saw that was just recent, like in the last few days, right?
I'll look it up real quick.
But yeah, we saw that. So thank you. Yes, Wayne.
Yeah. Hopefully you enjoy your Model Y. Wayne.
Congratulations.
If you have any questions, feel free, reach out via email. Happy to help. Let me see. Was it the one you ordered on 3/16?
Don't. That might be private.
I mean, it's a date.
But in the past week, that was
Yeah.
So
Much appreciated.
congrats.
Let's see. So now we have Where's Scott.
And he says he's picking it up on the 29th. So that's cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely. It's like if anybody has an
That's real
a Y or a 3 order, you're almost guaranteed to get it by the end of the month because they go all out to get those deliveries made. But unfortunately, not having so much luck if you have an S or an X this quarter.
So Wayne, if you're on Twitter, tweet me a photo of your car and look at your suspension.
Oh yes.
Because one person who I don't remember who that was. I haven't
yeah.
seen any other messages from him. Hopefully he didn't leave chat.
Chris just sent us super chat and he's asking what he should be looking for, and maybe you should go take a picture. Well, you could go compare like.
I'll go take a picture real quick and show you guys what to look for between S and the Y. So you're on duty. So you want to sit here?
So basically, no, I'll just sit back.
Okay,
here.
I'll put the camera on you.
So yeah, so Eric's gonna go out and take a picture of what the S, one of the S's, and the Y, right? Do the Y, not the 3, because basically, yes. So the Y has an air suspension. Our S100D has the air suspension, and the S75D has it as well. The Model 3 does not have the stock Tesla suspension. It's got some. I think it's coilovers from Unplugged Performance, so he's not going to take a picture of those just because that's not going to be relevant to this discussion. But the Model Y is what we're talking about now, and we know that we do not have the air suspension on that. And that'd be cool if Chris or somebody else here that does have a recent Model Y, if you could see that there's something different. Somebody did point out several weeks back, or maybe a couple months back, that when you first start up the car now, it was showing like a symbol with car with like the arrows on it, and some people thinking that meant the suspension, the air suspension was coming soon for the Y. But we've heard in the past that it's capable of it with the latest frame. They could fit an air suspension in there, but some people were wanting to if that would be coming to the Model 3. But in the past, Elon had said no, they're not going to put it on the Model 3. But who knows? Because they're always able to change their mind. But okay, so Alan says no spoilers, so I'll try not to let anything slip because every time Eric leaves the room, I accidentally announce something I'm not supposed to. But so the person, I don't think, so Chris was asking if the person who thought they had air suspension has tweeted a pic of it. Definitely send us a picture if you have that, because that would be major news. And as he was saying, for those who might have just joined us, he said that he was told that his car, Model Y, felt softer on the suspension. He was told that it does have an air suspension. It's just not adjustable via the software yet. We don't know that. We've only heard that from one person, but let us know if you have anything. Okay. Eric took a couple pictures. Can you send it to yourself instead of...
I'm just going to show my phone. It's
Okay.
cool. I turned on Do Not Disturb. So for Model Y...
I think you got 2 pictures faster than it took you to find a gallon of paint.
Yeah, that's because I Yeah, I was trying to find it all over.
I discussed the 3 different ones and how are you not taking the 3 because it's coilovers or whatever.
Yeah, I can't fit my phone.
We need
there.
to discuss the 3 too.
Oh, okay. So this is the Model Y. Oh,
No,
wasn't even on me. This is the Model Y. You can see that spring right there. And this is the front wheel,
Well, point
by
with
the
your
way.
finger. Like for some people, it's like touch the screen once to wake it up, and then point exactly where it is, because some people might not know anything
So
about
that
cars.
spring
There you go.
right there is a spring.
Coils, right? That's what it's called.
coil.
A coil suspension.
Now on Model S, you can see a cylinder right there.
Can you zoom in?
Not really. There's a cylinder right there.
You don't see the springs or whatever. You don't see the coils or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And now on the rear, Model S looks like that. And then
Kind of
Model
like an accordion
Y
looking piece there.
looks like that. It's with springs, it's a lot smaller
Yeah.
because you want a bigger volume of air to kind of create a cushion. So I mean,
So take pictures. And
if
it looks,
anyone just got delivery of a Y,
Yeah.
go look, and if you see it, tweet me, please.
Oh, and Gnome just had another super chat there.
Oh, Mr. Super Chat. It said, ordered a Model X refresh and wanted to use your code, but forgot to. Is there a way to get it after purchasing? So if you reach out to your owner advisors or anyone at Tesla, I think they can.
Especially since it hasn't taken delivery and
Yeah.
it's been delayed so long.
But
You
there have
could-
been reports saying they will and some saying they won't.
Yeah, so it doesn't hurt to ask. Try that, and maybe if the first person says no, give them a phone call to the 800 number, and maybe they can add it there too. Because you definitely want to try to get that 1,000 miles of free supercharging. It's nice to have.
Yeah. Okay. So a bunch of people are like,
Everybody's gonna go look at their
everyone's
suspensions.
going to go look.
Hurry!
I love it.
Just don't leave the chat. Just come back.
And then, what is this I'm seeing from Alan saying no spoilers, David?
I think when you left the first time, I accidentally said something but
What did you say? I'm curious.
no, I was
now.
just talking about the ceiling and the work that was done. That was in the video. That was in the video. So I guess that wasn't a spoiler.
Okay.
I had mentioned how you we have to repaint that the red wall.
Oh, okay.
because
Yeah,
there
that was in the
white
video. That
because
was in
you
the
had put
video.
drywall
Okay,
up there.
you get a pass.
Yeah.
Making sure we're not
No, that's the
leaking
only.
all the secrets.
That's the only one.
Let's see. A Tesla employee told him that my 1-year-old knows more about their cars. Props, Diego. No, I agree. I hate to say it, but
lot
some
of
of the
them-
Tesla employees, he might have confused it for an S and X. Yeah. So
Yeah. If you didn't know, but
Amy said, we aren't looking, we don't have it. Actually, Amy, I can tell you don't because...
Yeah, we used to own that car. So.
Yeah. I changed those wheels, so I definitely saw those
Multiple
springs.
times. Yeah.
I don't have it either, so that's kind of sad. Wayne said they said production date on the Y was the 5th of March. I'll know an update soon. Okay, awesome. Yeah, definitely let us know. And if you're on Twitter or whatever, Twitter just seems to be the easiest way to like message people. If you're on Twitter, definitely do that, or just anywhere really.
We're
that's
on
easier.
Instagram and stuff too.
Yeah,
So.
anywhere that's easy. Let's see. Why does it feel like the mic is like all up in my face right now?
Well, I see Peter Tarantino was saying, can you please talk about how the quality in Tesla's vastly improved? My dad had a 2015 Model S and quality sucked. Really sad we had to get rid of it because it was a great car, but all around, I think it was a great car all around. But yeah, fortunately, I think they started delivering, the S in like 2012, and as they ramped things up, the quality was bad on some of those initial ones. But I think by the time they got to like 2016, still a few problems. But every year, I think, has gotten better since then. So we currently own only 2017 and newer vehicles, and we really have never had any problems. We have never spent anything on maintenance or having to get anything fixed outside of warranty. The only thing was like $310 that we had to spend on Scott's car because a rodent had chewed through his wiring harness like while it was parked at the airport. So that's not a quality issue. That's something because of a rodent of some sort.
I will say this though, on recent cars, I've been seeing some paint nibs.
Oh, again, because we did see
And
that.
paint nibs tend to like come and go,
Yeah.
and I don't know what's going on at the factory, but I've been seeing some paint nibs. So like that, I think is something that Tesla should really nip in the bud, because that's really annoying. Like if you're getting your car wrapped or detailed, your detailer's gonna see that, and it's gonna create more work for them, which is more cost for you. and paint nibs shouldn't be happening.
I wonder if that's just like, is it like at the end of the batch, the beginning of the batch, like when they change colors and stuff like that, or do the guns get clogged or something like that?
I would think it's more guns getting clogged.
And so it could be that
honest.
some people can have a perfect paint job and other people have that. And I know we've had cars that had those. I don't think my first S had one. I can't remember if the second S had one. I know that the Silver 3 had a couple of them, but it was like 2 on the entire car. So
I would love to see the nibs be gone.
Yeah.
That would be great. But again, sometimes, like, I've seen a ton of cars without it, but I've seen some with, and unfortunately, that's what I have to judge.
Yeah.
Somebody said, what is a paint nib?
It's like a little tiny, like
it almost looks like a little
like a piece of sand or
Yeah.
something under the paint, or the same color as the paint. It's just not totally smooth. And we've seen a few of them on the cars. We've had like 12 Teslas over the last 5 years, and we currently still have 4 of them, but the other one lives a few miles away. So 5 cars, and we've had no major problems with any of those, and everything's been covered by warranty. We've been lucky, I guess, but we have no complaints really about the quality. Sometimes there's a few things wrong on delivery, but Tesla's always taken care of those and fixed them on the first service visit.
I'm trying to just open this.
But yeah,
photo.
it's just basically the paint is not perfectly flat in parts, and it's just like a little, again, it looks kind of like a speck of sand or a grain of sand underneath there.
I don't know why this is not opening. This should not be this difficult. I think, like, did I forget how to use a computer? There we go. Yay. Okay. A paint nib. This is, let me...
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that one on the left, you can see.
So you can see it's just like a raised bump. And there's one right there. There's one right there. But they tend to be, like, the spots that I've seen them the most on Teslas are, like, around the headlights. Like, kind of on the edges. Which kind of is, like, did the paint get a little too thick there and, like, pool up? Or is it truly a dust nib? So that's something just to kind of keep an eye on. Now, they're easy to get rid of, but it everything costs money to do if your detailer's going to do it. Let's see. Kevin said Eric is saving the best for last with the garage. The next big reveal will transform it from a garage to a pro detailing shop. I mean, you never know.
It looks pretty nice.
It does. Slew Dog said FSD subscription service. Any update? No. I wish there was more. Like,
again, that was supposed to be coming.
This is like,
and again, maybe that's something. I guess it's not going to happen first quarter because they only.
We've been thinking this might be with part of version 9 though, and version 9 hasn't been released. And
we think version 9 of FSD.
Yeah,
it's confusing because they have all these different versions and stuff. Because it's version 10 of the firmware, which then goes into version 9 of the full self-driving.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, I mean, hopefully we hear about it soon. We were thinking maybe it would coincide with the deliveries of the new S and X's.
Yeah. But we haven't gotten any information on those.
But there's just
no
like a lot of things that we just haven't heard anything about, which is kind of frustrating from a buyer's perspective. Not gonna lie, it's kind of a bummer. I wish I would be aware of stuff. Because if they come out with a subscription service, I might not pay the 10,000 FSD for the Model S.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we don't plan on keeping that car for a super long time.
If
unless to be honest, I'm really hoping David falls in love with it and decides to keep it. But we'll see. Yeah. The goal is just like to have a new car to kind of film with and play around with and test some things out with. But I mean, I just don't know. It would be nice if we could hear some more info on that, though.
Just think, we used to have, back in 2017, we had, in early 2018, we had 3 Model S's. We might be back to having 3 Model S's again, at least for a short while.
Yay!
And a Y.
Speaking of, though, we do still have the Model 3 for sale. I've had a ton of people reach out.
Pull up the website.
Oh, yeah. I've had a ton of people reach out trying to buy it.
Or to trade for it. I'm not looking to trade for any other kind of car, even Tesla, unless you have a brand new 2021 refresh Model S, in which case, let's talk. But it is on the website, teslainventory.com, if anyone here is interested. Scroll down, yeah.
But we have all the deets and all the photos.
And for those of you who don't know, this is like a heavily modified 2018 performance Model 3, totally transformed into like a race car. It's got racing seats. It's got the spoiler. It's got coilover suspension. It's got the brakes. I don't know, read them off what it's got. But basically, we don't have room for it in the garage anymore because we're going to be taking delivery of a new Model S.
Yeah. So like it's fully kitted out, pretty much everything you can do.
And it's only got like 17,000 something miles on it.
And most of that is just driving between here and California, because I did that, what?
Yep. Several
Four
times.
or five times?
Yeah, at least 3 or 4 times, yeah.
It's a great car. I just don't have room for it anymore. So if anyone here is interested in it, check out teslainventory.com, and you can actually find my email on there. It's just admin at Tesla Inventory. And if you want it, you can buy it. It's a great car. It's going to be sad to see it go because that thing is so much fun to drive, but I only got so many spots in the garage.
And as you saw, it does have racing seats, but if you wanted, we could put the regular white,
seats back in.
Suites back in. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Somebody said they see springs front and rear on a build date of February 15th.
Okay. Good
Let's
to know.
see.
Confirmed
as of February. Now Wayne said his is March 5th.
Yeah.
So maybe
a month or 3 weeks sooner. Or later.
Let's see. Greg's saying if it's a great car, why would you have to get rid of it? Well, I just don't have any more spots to park, and I've looked at like getting a garage or like warehouse to like start parking stuff at, but at that price, it's one, really expensive, but two, it's just gonna sit there for most of the time anyway, and
also
it's just expensive to.
Also,
pay
we do
registration.
have, I did mention earlier, we have the Plaid Plus on order, and the Plaid Plus would beat the Model 3, but we're probably going to cancel the Plaid Plus because the Roadster is hopefully coming out soon, and we need to have room in the garage for the Roadster.
The Roadster is going to be basically my new race car.
Yeah.
So, I don't really need both. Let's see. Rob said paint nibs are caused by contamination. So, like what? Yeah. Like dust, particles in the air? Kind of thing. Hopefully that's right.
It sounds like Chris is sending you some messages, but you might still have it in Do Not Disturb because.
Oh, I have it Do Not Disturb. Sorry, Chris.
Dirk wants to know if you want to store your Model 3 up there in Fort Collins.
That's a long ways away.
Interesting offer, but yeah, it would take us a while to go up there if we wanted to drive it.
Let me see. Do you want to answer something real quick? Oh, that's your brake line, Chris. Chris sent me an image, and it's just his brake line.
Okay.
But he does not have air suspension.
And he got his like a few weeks back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. His Model Y, but still, a couple weeks old, 3 weeks old, whatever.
Yeah. Let's see. Somebody was asking, how do Teslas hold up for winter driving? Do you got salt damage cars? So actually, I haven't had any issues with salt at all.
Well, they don't use like salt like they have in other parts of the States.
True.
Here we use something, unfortunately, well, for better or worse, it's called magnesium chloride, so it's a different salt. And it's more like a liquid, but it creates like a film on your windshield. So it's annoying. Good at preventing the ice, but it really makes your windshield really dirty and hard to clean. But we don't have problem with like corrosion of like the paint or the metal, like you might see in some some places on the coast.
Yeah, the biggest complaint, honestly, is just like for how winter driving is performance Teslas come with summer performance tires. Yeah. So buying a performance car in Colorado is a ton of fun, or any place where it's going to snow and has a winter, but you need to be prepared to swap out those tires for a winter tire, or I even just run all seasons and I've been just fine. But if you get a lot of snow and stuff like that, a full-blown winter tire is the best bet on performance cars.
Yeah. Sounds like Chris is logging off, so thanks for joining us again, Chris. He's got to go study for a quiz or something that. But so something we haven't talked about tonight is the eMMC recall and the MC2 upgrade. But basically, we mentioned last time we were live streaming that Tesla had sent out the email saying, you can be reimbursed if you had paid to have your eMMC daughter board replaced on your older S or X that was built before March of 2018. And we didn't have the eMMC replaced directly because we started having problems. And so on the S100D, as soon as possible, we got the MCU upgraded to MCU2. And that was a $2,500 cost at the time last year when we put that in. But that fixed the memory chip problem because the new MCU2 has totally different memory, totally different processor. And a lot of people are saying that they have been getting the requests denied. And I think that's unfortunate. We did submit a request for the S100D because, yeah, we might not have gotten that upgraded if we didn't have that problem. We did later, just like last month, get the S75D upgraded as well because it was having the problems where the car was taking forever to reboot or sometimes forever to start back up. And it seems like Tesla should, the right thing to do would be to reimburse at least partially for those upgrades.
Agreed.
But you know, on the S75D, they did lower the price to $1,500. But on those people who paid that $2,500, you'd think they would, either bring it down $500 for the price of the EMC that other people have paid, or
at the very least, it would be nice to do the price of just the EMC.
Or if they're not going to give us a refund, throw in an FM tuner so that we can have radio in the car again.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually heard from anybody who has been refunded yet.
Yeah, whether
So-
yeah. I think it said it would take a while, but
Right. I haven't heard like any
what I don't really like though is like some people paid, it said you can get up to like $2,600 or $2,700 refund, and so basically we stayed with Tesla. We had our repair done by Tesla. Other people went to like third party. There's a couple third party garages around the country, and they had their MC replaced, and they could have paid $2,500. They'll get their money back, but we had ours replaced by Tesla, and we don't get anything back. It doesn't seem right.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I just had a question here, and WFS Media said, any update for long range rear wheel drive? And it just moved. Question from live stream, wondering if you ever got to ask your contact at Tesla. I have messaged them. I have not heard anything back about the long range rear wheel drive. Tesla's just been quiet in general, to be honest.
Did you see Pierre just in his super chat, and he said the estimated delivery disappeared for new orders on long range S. But we were just looking earlier, and that was there. So can you?
Yeah. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, though.
Are you saying that, or is that it might depend on what part of the country you're on? Because we checked like an hour ago,
and that's for
it said the long range Model S.
Got it. Okay.
And like it was
here
for California, it was like 4 weeks. In Colorado, it was like 10 or 12 or something.
It says estimated 10 to 14 weeks.
Yeah.
But you can change your like delivery state
put
here.
it like Maine or something like that.
Maine. 10 to 14 weeks.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Or it could be they're still pushing out and it's not on all the servers yet. But
Florida. So I think it's only California that's like less.
Yeah. But he's saying it's not there at all. He said it's disappeared. Oh no, he's talking about delivery date. Well, no, this is the estimated delivery, so that's what I would think he's talking about.
Is that what you were referring to, Pierre?
Yeah. So unless he's talking about within an order that has already been placed, because do you see? I don't think we have any delivery date once we've placed our order, do we?
No, it's still. I'll pull that up real quick. It still just has the RN number, so we don't even have a VIN yet. And it says it's loading. Oh wow, their site is painfully slow right now. Are they pushing something out? Because it's painfully slow right now.
Maybe, yeah.
Like really slow.
Oh, there's.
Well, I'll come back to you when my Tesla account loads.
Yeah.
But thank you, Pierre. Really appreciate that. And then Brad just did a $5 super chat. No question. If you have a question, Brad, just throw it in the comments. It's cool. But thank you. I really do appreciate that. Let's see. Did my account load yet?
Oh, it looks like
finally
Brad sent a chat, or he sent a message up above a couple minutes earlier. He said he's conflicted on waiting for the Cybertruck or going with a Model Y now. Model Y would be more practical, but the Cybertruck would be nice, but not sure you want all the attention driving that beast. So
that's a tough question.
And it kind of depends on your timeline, too, because the Model Y, like I said, it's available now. You could probably have it by the end of the month if you put your order in and they can get you matched with an inventory one. But Cybertruck, hopefully later this year, but it could be first quarter of next year. But yeah, definitely the Cybertruck is going to be a good deal. Definitely, it'll be. We won't have to worry about the paint nibs and issues like that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a brand new car too, so they might have to iron out some bugs with that. So I would say if you need the car now, definitely the Model Y. But if you're not in so much of a rush, maybe wait and see what the Cybertruck is. We'll be seeing that soon, and maybe wait to get the updated timeline on that.
Definitely. Or wait until I get a Cybertruck and sell my Model Y, and you can buy that.
Yeah, and theoretically, somebody else pointed out, theoretically, the Model Y is, you can get the 7-seater. Those rear seats are going to be pretty small for small people. But the Cybertruck only has like seating for up to 6 people. So, slight difference there.
Let's see. Jason said, I could have sworn I had a dream last night that you were opening your own Tesla detailing shop and you offered free charging for those who are waiting for the next detail.
Well, remember that
we have charged a lot of people here. Like we did a Tesla event
with Abstract Oceans.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the
we
first
did
time
a couple.
We had like a Tesla Owners Club event.
Yeah.
Boy, that was back in like 2016, 2017. And
we had like 20 cars here.
20 or more. I think it was like 22 Teslas were parked in our driveway and along our block. But then later on, remember you did like an Abstract Ocean wrap party.
We did a wrap party with Abstract Ocean. So a bunch of like local owners that wanted like center consoles or whatever. I got everything ordered and everyone came out. And then as some people, I was doing the work. Some people we charged if they wanted it. Yeah, it was actually kind of fun.
But he helped install stuff and some other accessories too. But yeah, it would be nice. We've explored the idea. It'd be nice if we could do some accessory, because we've installed like the pedestrian warning system and all these other things. It'd be cool if we could help others by installing some of these accessories on their cars.
But Tesla's too locked down for me to do that. So if you want that done, tweet them and tell them, hey, open it up for Eric. Rob said, is there an update on the Model Y heated steering wheel? Unfortunately, no.
Haven't heard back
about
from the
parts yet.
So basically, for those of you who don't know about that, Eric had ordered a heated steering wheel for the Model Y, and it came and it said it had heat, but when we went to install it, it didn't have the heat innards or connectors or anything.
The issue originally is Tesla came out with the new heated steering wheel and kept it the same part number as the non-heated wheel. So when they pulled it, when I sent them the part number, one was pulled, shipped to the local service, and it was the previous one, not the heated one. And so now the heated one has its own part number. It is hard to get, I guess. So yeah, hopefully soon. Grant said, can't wait for you guys to get your new Model X. Neither can I. I just want to refresh Tesla in general. I'm excited to see it. Let's see. Roger said, Amy said maybe if the race car wasn't red. We can wrap it red, Amy.
Oh yeah, we can.
I'll wrap that thing tomorrow.
Gray. That's like one of the cars that isn't white, but it is that graphite gray, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and Brad had a follow-up. He said that he got his deposit back on the Cybertruck, and he can't imagine driving that. But his kids tell him he should get a Cybertruck.
Yeah, I mean, Cybertruck is going to look really cool. And the great thing with Cybertruck, you don't have to worry about the exterior because, like, if a shopping cart hits your car, who cares? It's not going to leave a mark. So, yeah, it's actually kind of cool. Let's see. Jason said, with 2 Roadsters coming, you're going to need those parking lifts in the garage. We definitely could use a lift or 2 in the garage.
Yeah, we have like a tall roof in there, or ceiling, I should say.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris up in Fort Collins said the model, or wait, no, that was somebody else.
They were talking about Fort Collins. Somebody said they could store the 3 for us, and then somebody else said, but then it would smell.
Okay, that was somebody else.
We have a joke, we can tell when it's going to snow because it smells like a feedlot.
The Greeley smell comes down here.
You shouldn't, I was trying to not say Greeley. For all of our Greeley viewers out there.
I love Greeley, but just the way the wind blows.
Yeah, we can tell.
Instead of going out east, it comes down to us, and we're like, yep, snow's coming.
Yep.
It's actually kind of funny like that. Let's see. Where was I? Latest, Daryl said latest update has cold weather improvements. So I don't know what they are though.
We've gotten a couple. One of them I've heard was regen.
Oh,
and basically, especially on the Model Y. But we've gotten like the last 2, like the .11.12 releases. But there hasn't been like really anything major in the last releases. So yeah, we were expecting that .8 release to come out, last week. It's not here yet. So hopefully we'll be seeing that soon. Yeah, there hasn't been any cool new things recently.
Yep. Jason said, when you did the time lapse of the Model Y, was that on all seasons or winter tires? That was on all season tires, and it was a champ. Like going on to the interstate, I couldn't take the on-ramp because there was a BMW that was stuck in the snow. So I actually had to kind of go a back way, but it made it through everything great. I didn't have any issues on the way back. I went around a couple like spun out cars and stuff like that, and I had no issue.
Yeah, and on the way there, what did you say? There, you mentioned that BMW that was right there.
BMW, yeah, and there were a few other cars more in town. I didn't necessarily show all that because, like, I don't need people showing up to my office. But there are a bunch of cars stuck on the sides of the roads there, and I was actually like on the road my company is on. Nobody else was there on a Sunday, so I was actually afraid I wouldn't be able to get in. But I plowed right through it. No problem.
And for those, I know you didn't mention this, but Eric actually kept his climate control on. He was at work for a short period that time, so
it was like an hour and a half.
Basically, it was snowing really heavily, and if he hadn't left that on, his car would have been like covered with snow, and it wouldn't have taken that much time to brush it off. But you didn't have to worry about that or any ice forming while you were in there.
Yeah, I was more worried about the ice forming,
and that's a nice feature that you can do with a Tesla, especially if you have, if you have the charge, use it.
Yeah. Let's see. Greg said Roadsters are the most impressive car ever, unless you count top end. The Roadster V2 will be like the McLaren F1, which originally sold for $1 million and now sells for $10 million. So
wow,
yeah, that'd be real nice.
Maybe we shouldn't.
It'll be interesting to see how that all works out. But the Roadster V2 is got to be a jaw-dropping car. If the Model S Plaid Plus, let me pull up my stats, make sure I'm right, can do 0 to 60 in under 1.99 seconds. What is this Roadster V2 gonna do? It's gonna be nutty. I can't wait. God, I'm so excited for that. Let's see. A bunch of people, or someone said, a lot of tire talk, but somebody said I swapped my all-season tires to that Tesla sent me the wrong sensors. The 21s have Bluetooth TPMS sensor.
That's weird because I thought they all
should have Bluetooth.
Yeah.
They might have just sent you the old sensors for like S and X, which I'm imagining the new S and X refreshes will have Bluetooth as well, because Y and 3 are supposed to have that. So, yeah, wow, that really sucks. Sorry to hear that. Matt, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said I know I'm a heathen in here, but I put a deposit on a Taycan Cross Turismo. I just can't deny an EV wagon. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. Is this the Matt that's here in Colorado? I can't tell by your profile photo. Anyway, if it is and you get it, hit me up. I'll check it out. That'd be cool because Porsche, however you guys want to say it, refuses to call me back. So there's that. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't look like a terrible car. I'd like to check one out. Let's see. Pierre, thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. Said ordered the 20-inch TSV Tesla Model S wheel and tire from T Sportline. Didn't realize they were so heavy. Just waiting for the car now. TSV. I don't know what those. I can't remember.
Are those the new ones like the referral wheels they had for the 3? I can't remember.
I'm just looking it up.
Or is it like the induction wheels? I don't know. We'll have to because
he did 20-inch.
Yeah, TSVs. Because we don't have those. We had like TSTs and we've had TSV. So those look more like the
those are like
induction. Or is that the Uber turbine?
Uber turbines.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So they're these. I don't know how much they actually weigh though. They weigh 35 pounds a piece. That is a lot of material right here, so I'm honestly not super surprised. Now, if you look at the 20-inch TS5s, they're 29.8 pounds a piece. So they shed almost 5 pounds just from those extra pieces. But those ones do look really nice, I'm not going to lie. Oh, more confetti. So, yeah, I can't wait. I'm going to have some special shoes on my new Model S too. Can't leak too much, but it'll look really good. Congrats on the purchase. Hopefully you enjoy them. Now, the one thing too, though, think about is what the OEMs weigh, and that is something I honestly don't know what the OEM Tesla ones weigh. So it's the Tempest.
Yeah, we used to always weigh them, and
I haven't actually. We've seen Tempest.
We haven't had the Tempest in our garage yet.
But we haven't had them here.
Yeah.
So I'll have to Google that and see what the Tempest actually weighs.
We've had almost every other wheel except for the Tempest.
Mm-hmm. But thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Let's see. The Norwegian biker said salt in Norway is a nightmare. It's actually so bad. When I took delivery on the 9th, I was basically told by my delivery man that I should put on ceramic coat within a week. Yikes.
And follow up.
Drive carefully though.
Matt said he's not in Colorado, but his sister is, so he could road trip it over. So that'd be good. Definitely,
Matt.
Hit us up if you're here this summer or something like that.
Yeah. We are officially on the schedule to get our shot. It's happening.
Group 1B4.
Our vaccines.
Yeah.
So hopefully in about a month or two,
we
can start socializing a little bit. I'm pretty antisocial though, to be honest. So it's kind of been nice. Let's see. Peter was wondering why you don't have FM radio.
Basically, if you upgrade a car that had MCU1 and put in the MCU2, that $2,500 cost, which was since reduced to $1,500 for the upgrade, that doesn't include the FM radio because the MCU1 had an analog FM tuner and XM tuner, but when they switch over to MCU2, it would require a digital tuner, and they make that available, but it wasn't available when we got the S100D upgraded, but it's a $500 upgrade, including the tuner as well as labor. So now, if you do get, for like the $1,500, you could pay that $500 and come out at $2,000 total to add that radio tuner. I guess what they're saying is like most FM stations, you can stream them on TuneIn, but unfortunately the station I used to listen to on my commute was moved over to radio.com, so it's not on TuneIn anymore. So if you can still get the radio added if you do get the MCU2 upgrade, or all newer cars that already came with MCU2 would already have that digital tuner included.
Yeah. And actually, real quick, talking about Pierre and the weight of the TSV from T Sportline, they actually do have a wheel guide on their website. So I just went here real quick. If you just go to like Model S and then under wheels, there's a wheel guide. You can actually see the 19-inch Tempest weigh 29.6 pounds for just the rim. So these are 19-inch though, not 20-inch, and they also don't have all the extra spokes. But compared to like the 21-inch twin turbines, those are 35.8 pounds. So it's closer to that weight. Well, I guess it's 33.8 to 35.8.
Did he put those on? Did he put those on an S then? The TSVs?
Pierre, yeah.
Okay, I didn't see.
He's waiting for his refresh Model S.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So yeah, so I didn't realize. So it's kind of like because we've only seen that wheel on the Y so far. So now you can, thanks to T Sportline, put it on other models as well.
Exactly.
Something similar. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Where it keeps like refreshing and bumping everything. Let's see. Diego said more Tesla tequila. I'm all drank out for the day, but I appreciate that, Diego. Yeah. Oof. Let's see. Diego said, I'm mad I didn't get another bottle of tequila the other day. Sold out in a few minutes. Yeah, yeah.
We saw it was back
Tesla
online,
tequila came back available, and literally, I think it was gone within like an hour or so. Yeah. Maybe not even that long. It went quick. And I still see bottles, empty bottles, selling for like $1,500 a piece, which is nuts. Yeah.
I see Jeff from up in Louisville said they know this, or they use the smell to know when it's going to snow too. So I think it's a Colorado.
It's not just us.
It must be a Colorado thing, because I mean, when I lived in Kansas and Missouri, there was no like smell when it was going to snow. But it's not 100% predictable here in Colorado. But very often, if you smell it, it's going to snow.
Yeah. Rob Stack said, "Are we overdue for a Tesla app refresh?" I think so.
There were actually a couple minor app releases recently, and they basically, what we know is they included like new renderings of the new Model S, and so slightly different, interior and exterior, but no major things coming to the app that we've heard yet.
No, but hopefully with the new refresh S and X, some things might show up.
Could have some new functionality, yeah.
Could. So that would be kind of nice, though. Chris said, I'd pay $1,200 for cooled seats if they made that an option. Yeah. I don't know. What do other car manufacturers... They normally like bunch a bunch of stuff together, though, so it's hard to figure out exactly what stuff is. Let's see...
Oh, somebody's saying... Chris just said he didn't like the dog food plant smell when he lived in Lodo. I actually always loved the dog food plant smell. I don't know why.
That is so nasty.
When we drive by...
You need to give some context for people that don't know.
Okay, well, if you're
Denver.
driving on I-70 through Denver, is it right close to I-25, there's like the Purina plant, or maybe it's something different now, but it's where they make dog food. And
I think it's still Purina.
yeah, but it's like, I always like that smell. I don't know.
It's nasty. I can't do that.
I always thought it tasted like McDonald's or smelled like McDonald's or something.
No way.
I don't know. I guess we just smell things differently.
Oh, no way.
It's Colorado smells. It's an interesting.
I learned a lot this episode.
Yeah, it's an interesting smell episode.
Now I'm never going to get that out of my mind. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Sorry, I puked a little bit. Jason said, I'd love for Tesla to bring back enhanced autopilot for the US. I saw in the UK and Europe that they were giving trials until the end of the month for users. Would buy that in a heartbeat. Yeah, the original one actually had a lot of good stuff lumped into it. Yeah. I think they got rid of it, though, is because nobody was paying for FSD because they could get it for enhanced autopilot for a lot less.
I definitely, so when we bought our cars, like back in 2017 and even in 2018, they had it split out so it had enhanced autopilot and full self-driving. And definitely we got enhanced autopilot on all of them because it gave you at the time they didn't say navigate on autopilot, but it eventually became navigate on autopilot and had summon and all kinds of other, automatic lane change, all features I use like every time I drive the car. Full self-driving was something I knew it wasn't ready yet, and so we delayed buying it on a couple of the cars, but we ended up buying it on others. But yeah, definitely I wish they offered enhanced autopilot again in the US.
Yeah, that would be really nice. I'm curious to know what that would do to their balance sheet, though.
I mean, I think a lot of people would buy it because a lot of people got just that basic autopilot. I think a lot of people might get the bad impression of autopilot. Like when we bought the SR Plus in Kansas City and drove it back, we just had the basic autopilot because we knew, which was like free or included in the price, because we knew we weren't going to keep that car for a long time, so we didn't pay for enhanced autopilot or full self-driving. But that was kind of annoying driving that car back for like 600 miles because every time we changed lanes, we had to turn it back on. And I think that might, for people who don't know and they don't research how autopilot's supposed to work, they might be like, this sucks. Because I have to keep turning it on and off. Because other cars, when you change, it will automatically re-engage. I don't know if it's Volvo or some other ones, but it'll automatically turn back on. And I think they might be losing customers with just that plain autopilot that they include. They should have either include enhanced autopilot or offer it again.
Yeah. I agree, for
we
sure.
should get like a soapbox in here, so every time I have a little rant, I can stand up on it. So, yeah.
Or a little podium. We can slide it over for rants.
Oh, yeah. That
okay. I don't know. If anyone's watching that can build podiums,
your mom can
I'm
build
in the market.
podium.
Okay, Mom,
well,
if you're
we
watching.
could probably just add something on top of that. You just add put something on top of that.
We're going to get a little podium for David's rants. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
Let's see. Rob said he just swapped out his 19-inch Geminis for 21-inch Uber turbines, and the TPMS works. Also, the wheel configuration in the service screen took care of everything. Awesome. Glad you like those, Rob. Hopefully they're treating you well. And the pictures look amazing. Rob's the one that bought the wheels.
Okay, cool. Congrats. I saw that. So I thought he was like joking about it or whatever. It's like, where'd you get them at? Okay.
Yeah, no, they look great. I'm glad to see they're going to a home where they can be used and look wonderful. Let's see. A lot of people saying be sure to keep your arm relaxed when you get the shot. Don't tense up. Someone said hopefully it's Johnson & Johnson. I honestly don't know what mine is yet. I think you were doing some research, but I guess we'll see. Somebody has what is your opinion for the new BMW sedan? I mean, I tweeted about it, and I think it looks like not Roger Rabbit. Was it Roger Rabbit? No, Bugs Bunny.
Oh yeah,
it looks like Bugs Bunny.
That was the SUV.
Oh, okay. The sedan. I
haven't seen the sedan, but yeah, the SUV that had with the front grille looked like rabbit teeth or whatever. They were huge.
BMW what? Sedan?
I don't know. EV sedan. I don't know. Is it an EV?
EV sedan. Okay.
Oh, Greg's heading out, so yeah, bye, Greg.
Yep. Thanks, Greg, for hanging out. Really appreciate it. It's the i4. Got it. Yeah, that front is hideous. No. My opinions, but no, right here.
What's up, Doc?
Exactly, right? Anyway. And we don't have an official price. They say estimated $50K. I would like to see what it truly is. And then what is the range at? Range. 300 miles. Okay, that's not bad.
Pretty nice, yeah.
150 kilowatt charging capacity.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So that kind of put it in between a 3 and an S.
The specs, not bad. The front look, come on, guys. Get rid of it.
But yeah,
I don't care for that.
But again, that's kind of in between a 3
Yeah.
and an S.
Yeah. Deathshock also answered the weight of the Tempest wheels and then said we went to the same site. Love it. Grant said Eric and David drunk would be a fun live stream. I don't think you've ever truly been drunk.
No, about the most was when we had that tequila shot.
And what did it make you feel like?
Like I had just drank NyQuil. Yeah.
I was watching that the other day and it was just like, oh man. Oh man, oh man. Okay, where was I? Yeah, a lot of dog food smell. Oh god, that's so
Somebody, see a lot of people talking about Purina. Yeah, I don't eat Purina. I did eat. I did.
Wait, you eat dog food?
No, I was gonna say back in junior high, I
going
did
with this?
try dog food. I was dared to eat some dog.
I'm sorry you guys had to witness
It
this.
was the dry dog food though. It was, but yeah, I don't really. Yeah, don't eat dog food regularly.
I don't think I ever ate dog food. Although I will say the bacon strips do smell delicious, but I've never tasted them.
Bacon.
Maybe I'll have to sometime. Let's see.
I saw something.
KK said China employees get free FSD as a perk.
Oh,
Interesting.
be nice.
Yeah.
Testers.
Mark also likes the smell of the Purina factory.
Oh. Yeah,
So-
yeah, see. Oh, did you do the Robert super chat there? That's what I saw.
Oh, I missed a super chat. My bad. I'm failing again. Thank you so much, Robert, for the $5 super chat. It said, when you are preconditioning the battery en route to a supercharger, do you ever notice any changes to the brakes and/or brake hold? Not that I can recall.
I think the only thing I noticed is there's like maybe a little
Yeah.
whine or something like higher pitched noise.
It tends to be
it's
like the fans ramping up sometimes.
Yeah.
But I really haven't noticed.
like a change with the regen or something like
I'm
that.
trying to think like the last time I navigated to a supercharger, because I always try to, because battery preconditioning can mean a world of difference on how fast you actually do charge. But I can't recall ever noticing any issue, especially with like brake hold, because I drive with that all the time. So I don't think there was ever an issue with that. Hopefully you're not experiencing that issue. Just let me know in chat and we can kind of dive into it a little bit more. Let's see. Where was I?
Jason Perez is asking if we used any custom sounds on the boombox for the Y, but we.
I played around with it, but I haven't like gone too in deep.
I just wish that it would save your settings instead of you
That
have to
would be
redo
nice,
it because we were at I remember we were at an intersection a couple weeks back and we saw like, was there a Model S or a Model Y? Some other Tesla was there. So we went and there were some pedestrians and we went and I remember there were a bunch of kids and we went and turned on the little coconut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There were a bunch of kids on the corner.
And so we fool around with it, but it would be nice if you could just toggle it on instead of having to go boombox, this, change this, do that. So we don't do it regularly, but it's fun to play with it from time to time. But it seems like you found a bug because it seems like it still played the sound above 18 miles an hour, and it's only supposed to play, or at least internally it's still playing the sound. I don't know if it's still playing it externally, but we're still hearing that sound above the 18 miles per hour, so something's not quite right there.
Yo, I agree. Don said as a BMW owner, that is a big no on the front end.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh.
Let's see. Mark said, what I really like is driving through the bread factories at I-25 and 58th and recently found one in Western Sydney. That is more up my alley. Slew Dog would like to know how we came up with the Derek logo. When I first saw it, I thought you guys were Swedish. So, I mean, we were looking around for a bunch of stuff, and then David had the AE symbol. I don't know how. I mean, you're familiar with it anyway, right?
I knew it from back in the day because my friend and I had thought about having a business back in high school and combining our names, and it was going to be Daedric, and like DA and then ED.
Is that how Derek came up then?
And so that never came to fruition. So then it just so happened when we were talking about, when we had the Tesla inventory website and stuff, we combined it as like Derek. And so no, we're not Swedish, but we both have worked for Swedish companies.
I currently do.
So, and I've been to Sweden on multiple business trips, and Eric missed out on his because
I bailed on Sweden to do what, Cybertruck event?
It wasn't Cybertruck, it was something else.
Was it the semi in the Roadster? I don't know. There was some Tesla event, and I was supposed to be in Sweden for work, and I bailed on that trip so that I could do a Tesla event.
Yeah.
I still have my job though, so
but we like Sweden, very nice.
Yeah.
And boy, the food was so good there.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Who doesn't love a good fika? Okay, so let's see. Frank wants to know why you were eating dog food.
Again, it was one of those things when you're in junior high and you were dared to do something, and my dare was that I had to eat a dog biscuit or something like that. So it was very dry. And I saw somebody else mention they tried the.
At least it wasn't the wet canned.
No,
food.
I wouldn't eat that. Chris said I tried some dog peanut butter cookies and it didn't taste like peanut butter. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we once bought a dog cake. Remember those cakes that I got from the dog bakery?
Yeah.
And I tried a little bit of that. It was very bland. I did not care for it. But the dogs loved it, so
Yeah.
works for them.
Something different.
Chris said I didn't even feel the shot for either dose of Pfizer. Being the trial study, my blood draws for them are the worst. I hate blood draws. I agree with that. But glad everything went well. Hopefully everything goes well for us. I have my first one. I think it's Wednesday. So coming up. Let's see. Grant, bacon strips are garbage. You should not feed them to your dog. And there's a Purina factory in Portland, and it's super gross.
We don't actually buy them.
Yeah, I don't even remember the last time we had those. We've gone with like these little like square
like I know they used to be called like Liva Snaps, and they have come in different flavors, and you get this big bag. But those are just little tiny things you can toss to them.
Yeah, we like the tiny ones because then we can just dole them out.
Yeah, and they come in. Look at this. They come in a variety of flavors.
Oh, look, he has one.
These snacks are very delicious.
Oh, yum yum! The dogs are sitting right out there, staring. Oh. Layden's gonna come.
But anyways, yeah, this is what actually. Look at that! I just say the word snack and like okay, but these is what I actually tried back in high school. I just sit. Layden's very good, or Kit's very good at sitting. Layden sometimes has to think about it. So, but yeah, I would not recommend eating dog food, and yeah, it's nasty, and yeah, but they like it.
Pierre said dog food is good for your fur.
Oh, okay. Well.
That's so funny. Yeah, let's see. Chris said he also uses the AE in his company name.
Oh, cool.
Or logo, rather. Cool. But it's lowercase. That's awesome. I mean, it definitely works really well.
It's just nice because it's a little different, but it's on the keyboard. If you know the key, it's easy to add.
It's 0189, right?
I think so. I don't know.
I know. Okay. Grant said, will there be a live stream next week? Please do a reminder. If so, thank you. Don't want to miss anything. Yes, there should be. And I've been scheduling these in like the morning, but I'll send out tweets and stuff. Let's see. Thomas said, love your videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Somebody said, anyone else think the Model S refresh is underwhelming? Sadly, it means I'll be ordering the Audi e-tron GT instead. I mean, I think there could have been some fun stuff they could have done on the outside to mix it up a bit.
Yeah, they didn't.
The interior, I think, looks really good. I think the exterior maybe a little bit more refresh than just like the front end kind of thing, and the like diffuser in the back. Let's see. Where are we? No, Am said, don't get vaccinated. I got Pfizer and I'm sick like a dog.
Oh, it's weird because I've heard.
Yeah, it's like all over the place.
It's like your mom said she got Pfizer and had absolutely no problem. Yeah. And then we heard like my mom got the Moderna, had problem, but my dad got no problem. It's weird how it just affects different people differently.
Yeah, and TM3TX said, got my Pfizer and I feel fine. So yeah, it's
I haven't heard of anyone getting Johnson & Johnson around here yet. I see it's available, but it's really hard to schedule a shot and stuff. So it can be frustrating, but we'll be done. Glad to be done with that.
100%. It'll be so nice. Yeah, we've been live for like 2 hours, so I think we'll go ahead and probably call it here. Jason, sorry it got rid of Streamlabs. I need to do something about it. It just got rid of Jason's message because he showed how to do the alt 189
thing.
thing.
Thinks he's trying to take over. Well, some people could be trying to post pictures or something like that.
I'll have to figure out what's going on with that, Jason. But I think we'll probably go ahead and call it there. Really appreciate everyone for hanging out.
Oh, I think
Super chats.
The wrong camera. It's like, hey.
Oh wow, sorry.
It's like,
I do the camera work and I'm slacking. But really appreciate everyone for hanging out, and massive shout out for the super chats. Really appreciate it. As always though, it is not necessary, but always appreciated. yeah, we'll go ahead and see you guys next week.
And hopefully this is the week.
How many weeks have we been saying that?
Probably about 6 weeks, but
2 months probably.
Maybe this will be the week where we finally get some new Model S refresh news, have that call
Maybe.
with Tesla, or maybe we start seeing some deliveries. I don't know. Well, cross your
Hopefully.
fingers. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. But huge shout out to our friends and sponsors of the channel, Abstract Ocean. If you guys are looking to accessorize your Model SX3 or Y, definitely check them out. Huge help in everything for the channel, and they help make all this possible. So definitely go show some love and support over to them. As always, though, we will see you guys next week. Bye.